Hi, Ian here from Insightful Products. Today we're going to be talking about the length of a foot plate. So first off, let's talk about some terminology. We have the foot section, like this, and then the foot plate, which is basically the plantar surface. And some practitioners or some designs come above the metatarsal heads or even including the toes. So full length would be like this, basically including the toes. A sulcus length would be something like this. It would be including the metatarsal heads, underneath the metatarsal heads, but not underneath the toes. And then the 3/4 length is behind the metatarsal heads and behind the toes. And this is where the plastic ends up being on our Step Smart braces, and that's on purpose and desired for your comfort and function. I'll explain why. So it really has to do with the last rocker of stance phase. So if you've got a stiff full-length toe plate like this, and the person comes, and you're walking over the top of this, because this foot plate doesn't bend, the plastic doesn't bend all that well, it tries to remain stiff, but your foot wants to bend, and so it smashes the metatarsal heads really hard right against the foot plate here, and that hurts. Even if you have a sulcus length design, and that's what this is here, there's still that inflexibility and a lot of pressure is here, and it tries to bend but it can't, and so you end up smashing your metatarsal heads here. Whereas with the Step Smart design, it's got the trim lines behind the metatarsal heads and allows easy flexibility at the end of stance phase. Why is this good? Well, there's several reasons. One is, like I said, it allows for the foot to flex easily during this part of the motion at the end of stance phase, so there's no restriction. It doesn't smash up against your metatarsal heads every step, and it fits better into the shoe. Having anything underneath the metatarsal heads really crams the shoe right here, the depth, severely, unless that contour is exactly matching what they call this toe spring contour of the shoe. So this is a good plan here. This is a full-length top cover, which is flexible and bends easily, so that's fine, with a 3/4 length or behind the metatarsal heads foot plate length on the foot section. Moral of the story: an AFO that's most functional for you is going to be one that has the trim line. There's no more plastic forward of the metatarsal heads. The trim line of the AFO is behind the metatarsal heads. That would be 3/4 length.